My laptop has been overheating. It's been doing this for a few months, and I have this 2-in-1 that has a 25-watt CPU, and I think the CPU is overheating. So I decided to take the back off, put new thermal paste on the back, and just see if we can fix it. Let's check it out. So this is upside down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screw holes, and the 3 in the back, the screws stay in there. So once you get the back off, then you're going to see a couple of things. You're going to see where the CPU plate is right there. And then there's a couple of screws that we need to take off. So we're just going to pull this this pipe off. It's just going to pop right off, and we're going to check the CPU and see if the thermal paste is dry. And, well, it doesn't really matter if it's dry or not. Once we pull it off, we're just going to clean it and then reapply thermal paste. So we're lifting off the back plate. Looks like there was a bunch of thermal paste. I mean, it's spread out really well. Everything looks fine. Let's just go ahead and clean it up, and we'll apply some new thermal paste. Now, the new thermal paste I'm going to put on is pretty important to get right. You need non-conductive thermal paste because I'm going to be just slathering it on there. As someone who's made magic smoke come out of my CPU because I put the thermal paste on wrong, it's pretty important to use non-conductive thermal paste because I'm going to be using a lot of it. And again, this is not a tutorial. I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm not an expert when it comes to this, but I do enjoy computers, and I know that if I don't put enough on, it could make magic smoke come out, but if I put too much on, the worst thing that can happen with non-conductive thermal paste is that it might be a little messy. So I'm just going to grab some Q-tips, some 70% alcohol, and just some paper towels, shop towel, and we'll just clean off the excess thermal paste both on here and on the actual CPU die. So I just have some MX4 thermal paste. This is just generic thermal paste. It's a giant tube. I'm sure there's much better thermal paste out there or nowadays, but should be fine. And not getting too complicated here. I'm just spreading it all the way across and then just cleaning up the excess. And then I'm going to put just a little drop right in the center after that, and then I'll just put it on. That's just make sure that I've got good contact everywhere. That's my method for applying it to an actual die. So on a CPU where there's that thermal plate, you don't have to be quite as cautious. When you're using a GPU or a CPU like this one, when you're doing direct to die, you need to make sure to completely cover the die in thermal paste. If there's any that's not touching that die, you're going to have issues. So I'm just liberal. It's going to be a little messy next time I take it off, but that's not going to be an issue because it's going to last a few years, and when it does, I'll just clean it up and reapply it. It really doesn't matter if it hits some contact because it's non-conductive, so that's not a problem. At worst, it's going to be a little messy. And now we just put it back together. And once we get all that done, we just put the screws back in and we'll put it all back together. That's really it. That's all you need to do to fix this laptop. While you've got it open, you might as well blow out the fan. I already did that. So if there's any debris in the fan, make sure that that's clear so you have a good, quiet laptop. The issue with this particular laptop, this is a Dell Inspiron, I think 7425. 25, that's the wattage of the CPU. The issue that I'm running into is that much CPU wattage, it runs really hot and it just gets extremely hot. So I just installed like a throttling software where I'm throttling it down to 10 watts. I really just use it for multimedia and web browsing. I don't need anything more powerful than that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.